Hey, what is going on, LFE Nation? It's DreamerLFE, aka VKit, here bringing you the 6th episode of CosmicPvP Factions on the channel. So, as you guys may remember on the last episode, I mentioned that we would be exploring the new Ruins Warp, and pretty much the reason why is if I go into my PV1 here, you guys can see that I have a whopping $42 million, and the way that I got that is I actually ended up grinding Ruins for about 9 hours yesterday. So that amount of money, especially this soon in the season, is really crazy. It's actually a little bit broken, so I do think that that should be pretty exciting. As well as in my PV1, I also have 3 of these loot boxes, so I'm gonna end up opening these in the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, with that being said, enjoy the video. So the first thing I want to get cracking is opening these loot boxes right here, and this should be really exciting because basically these are the first loot boxes I've ever opened on all of Cosmic, so I am really excited for that. And you may also notice I have an extra 2 loot boxes right here, and that's simply because my friend JCal is once again helping me with the content, so shout out to him once more. So this should be really awesome getting this opened right here, and let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna hit these open right here. First one's gonna be open. And you can get a lot of good stuff from these loot boxes, and you can pull stuff like the new Lost Amulet and the Trident of the Deep, which are pretty much parts of the new armor set that I haven't shown off yet. So the first thing is going to be a 2020 Dungeon Portal loot box. We have a double armor crystal generator, 2 rare candies, and a Titan attribute. So far not too good. That is alright because we'll go ahead and open on to the next one here. Hopefully this one is a little bit better. I'm really trying to get some good stuff to help us with our sets. So that should be pretty cool there. We got an Omni V kit, a mythical heroic black scroll generator, a holy white scroll, and a raid creeper pet. So again, not the best by any means, but we do have one more here, so I'm just gonna hop straight into it, do a 360 for good luck, and hit it right here. Maybe it will work a little bit better. I know you can get stuff like a triple armor loot box, so come on, give me something good here, and we're going to get another World Destroyer, a Runes custom block, 2 rare candies, a mythical black scroll, and another Runes master title. So overall it's kind of a rip, but either way we still have these 2 from JCal, so hopefully we get a little bit better with these. So I just talked to the faction and they all agreed with me that it was really garbage, but I don't want to rip JCal here, so I'm going to give it another shot, try to go for it right here. And I really want to get him a little bit better stuff because it's bad enough that I ripped myself on this one, but hopefully we get him some good stuff here. So what are we going to get? We have a Baby Disguise, Omni V kit, 3 Godly Chests, and EMP Pulse, and the title, which again is kind of on the mess side. So this one right here, I'm feeling it. This one is the one that's going to be really good. So let's go ahead and pop this open. I'll actually do it up here because I think down in the ground over there is pretty bad luck. So let's go ahead and hit this open. Please just give me one thing good, dude. That's all I ask for. Please give me one thing good. That's literally all I need. And so it looks like we're gonna get 2 rockets, some milk, a Baby Disguise, and a Ruins Master title. So yeah, hopefully he's not mad about that, dude. That was an interesting open. I mean, it still is pretty cool opening up loot boxes for the first time, but I'm pretty sure that is the biggest rip of Cosmic. So guys, that was an absolute rip. I mean, to be honest, I did expect a tiny bit better from that, but that is okay because I also have these 3 equipment loot box generators. So maybe they'll give me something good as a consolation prize for the loot boxes there. So what I'll probably go ahead and do is just open these up right here. Pretty much what I'll try to go ahead and go for. I do want to make a dragon set or something eventually. I don't really mind what I get from these. But a Yeti would be nice because I know eventually I am going to be making a Yeti set for End. So at least we have that, but probably what I'll go ahead and do after we open these right here is I'll go ahead and go to the Ruins, pretty much show off the set, show off all the stuff you could get, kind of PvP with the boys, and yeah, so that should be pretty exciting. Speaking of which, out of all of these right here, I got an Engineer, a Yeti, and a Phantom, so I'll just go ahead and open the Phantom first. Personally, I do want boots because I think boots are selling for the most on every single set. So with that, we're gonna get boots. Awesome. So now I'll go ahead and open the Yeti here. I think I actually want a Yeti maul because I know one of my faction members was buying a Yeti maul. So that would be nice to get. And we're gonna get pants. Okay, plat 3 pants, not too bad. And last we got the Engineer armor here. I do think Engineer armor sells for way too little on the market. So Engineer is not really the best. But it looks like we're gonna get a Engineer helmet, which is the most common piece. So I'll go ahead and take that. There's nothing wrong with that. So now with all that out of the way, before I go to ruins, if I do /help armor sets, you guys can actually see here that this is the new ancient set. So pretty much with the new ancient set, you get a lot of really cool bonuses. And the bonuses include plus 35% outgoing damage, plus 10% outgoing damage from soul enchants, negative 15% incoming damage, you're immune to abyssal stronghold perks, negative 50% knockback, auto bless, and Leviathan's curse ability, which pretty much lets you do more damage. So with all that being said, that's such a good set that I might actually start working on that there. And if you're wondering about my meta, it's still sitting in my PV. I'll probably end up working on that later. But I do think Leviathan set would be very good for the content, and frankly pretty fun to PvP in. It looks very good to have, especially early on in the map, so that's what I'm going to try to work on. And I know that you could go into ruins and some of the monsters drop the Leviathan set, or at least the ancient set armor pieces. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. I'll probably go ahead and go PvP in the ruins in some V-Kit gear, because that is actually the strategy, considering there's so many guys in God that camp at the ruins. So I'll go ahead and get into that, and should be a fun time. Now, since we are going to ruins, the first thing I recommend is going with a disguise, and the disguise I normally go for is the Silverfish Disguise, and that's frankly because all the guardians end up spawning silverfish when they're hit, so it's very good to blend in with, plus it's super small. So with that in mind, most people don't actually have silverfish, so going in any disguise is pretty much recommended. Because if you are in diamond gear, people see you in diamond gear, even gear like M-Kit, they will target you because they know they could kill you a lot faster. So a lot of times I've realized that if I'm in a disguise, people think I could be in God. So that's usually what I try to go for. And if I go to ruins here, the first thing you may realize, it is like a drop down kind of like outpost. So you just go down, and normally I like to set little waypoints around the whole ruins area, and that's pretty much because there's a lot of different spawning places that you can go to, and preferably I like a few ones that are on the further side of the map because you get targeted less, and frankly it's pretty nice over there. Preferably I like grinding the little mobs though, because I have gotten a lot of really good stuff just from the skeletons. I actually pulled a 50% Omni Crystal from killing one of the skeletons, which ended up selling for about 25 mil, which is why I have 69 million right now in my balance. So yeah, these guys are really good to grind, and again, I'd probably prefer these guys over the IGs. You guys can probably see I'm hitting these guys right here, and I am doing a lot of damage, actually doing about 26 damage a hit, and the reason why is I'm using a Secunda. Secundas are really good because they have smite on them. Pretty much smite does so much damage to these mobs, and the only way to really use smite is by getting it through Secundas, or pretty much Phoenix V-Kit, as well as the Slayer V-Kit, because I'm pretty sure the Glitch Sword has it as well. So for the most part, you're probably not going to get anything really early on. So don't be too worried if you don't get anything. There's a lot of times where I kill about 10-15 mobs, I don't get anything. But if this one wants to drop here, let's go ahead and see if this one wants to drop something. Usually it's pretty decent, even if it's a bad item. Like the worst thing you could probably get is like a colored item lure, which I think looks really sick. Personally, I use them on all pieces of my gear. And sometimes you could get these guys glitched. Normally it's not on a wall like this. Most of the time you could get them glitched by standing on like a platform. So let's say a zombie was like right here, it's good to try to hit them up here where they can't climb up to you. Or something especially like this, if you have an IG, you could hit the IG without it hurting you. A little fun fact about the Iron Golems is that they actually used to 3-shot people in whatever set you were wearing. So a lot of people got mad about that. They ended up nerfing the damage quite a bit, which is understandable. I mean, a lot of people died in their God sets, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of people that also grind these guys. You can see there's a guy right there, but most of the time people in Diamond don't really try to fight you, and if they do, you're in V-Kit, you're probably going to be able to take them on. But I do want to show off some of the loot here. I am getting a little bit unlucky on these, so I'll go ahead and toss some of these skeletons like a salad. Let's see here, and yeah, so that right there is a colored item lore crystal. Again, that's the worst thing you could get, probably selling for about 20,000 on the auction house, so not really good. That is the most common pull. Now this right here is also pretty bad. Those are escapist pearls. Usually people like to hold on to them. I usually prefer to sell all the loot. And yeah, so right here I actually got a 2020 dungeon portal loot box, which is pretty good. They usually sell for about, I'd probably say about 200k there. So for the most part, so far I've made about $220,000. But you don't actually have to go through a portal whenever you want to get out. You could just /spawn, and most of the mobs don't even put you in combat. See if I could do /shop right here even after being hit. So it's very nice to grind. Usually I recommend having raggies on you because, again, like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna find about 40 kids in Dragon or Yeti just trying to camp all the iron golems. So if you end up falling upon one of those guys, it's really good to try to have some ragdoll boots so you can get out. But yeah, these guys spawn quite a bit. So if you don't kill every single one of the mobs, they won't spawn more. So you gotta make sure you find every single mob, as well as don't lead the mob too far away from where it spawns. I've done that way too many times. And basically what that will do is if you get it too far away from its spawning point, it will teleport back to where it spawned and have full health. So that's not really fun, fighting the whole zombie over again. But yeah, this is one of the glitch spots I was talking about. Pretty much you just get on a ledge and you could kill them without them doing any damage to you. So it is very nice, but unfortunately you can't use bows, so you still have to use swords. But on 25 damage a hit with the Zakonda, I don't think you could really complain. Now I'd probably actually recommend going for the skeletons first because they do so much damage. A lot of people believe that their bows actually have rage on it, so the more they shoot you, the more damage they do. I'm probably not going to disagree with that. I think they do probably way too much damage, especially just for some skeletons. Sometimes I actually feel like they do more than the iron golems, which are super massive. I still have to show you guys an iron golem, but a quick thing that you can also get from these guys is some ancient scrolls, and basically in about 5 days from now, ancient scrolls will come out. And if you combine 9 together, I think it's 9 together, you actually get to fight the Leviathan boss, which no one really knows what that is, what that looks like, or what it does yet. But I'm assuming it will be pretty nice. And yeah, right here you guys can also see I got an item name tag, so still getting some decent loot. But yeah, with the Leviathan being said, I'm probably going to fight that in a later video. I know this video is coming out, I think, a few days after this actual update got invented, but that's just because I had the Fallen Hero video out. And I wanted to get that posted before I get this one posted. But as you guys can see, they're still spawning pretty rapidly. So let's see if this zombie drops anything. And yeah, so I just got an Omni G-Kit gem just from that one zombie. So Omni G-Kit gems are actually pretty good when it comes to making money on the auction house. I prefer to get out when I get something really good. A lot of people just wait till their inventory fills, but I usually like to wait until I get about 1 million worth of items and then I just slash spawn. From that, I mean, that's pretty good. I don't really know how much Omni gems sell for. I know I sold my first Omni gem a few days ago for about 1.2 mil, but I think they're going for about 500k right now. So yeah, it's not too expensive, but even then it's really not that bad. So now that we are out, I actually ended up selling everything I got and profited only a little bit, but you guys also have to realize that I was legitimately there for about 5 to 10 minutes of grinding. So although we got some pretty low tier drops, it really is a really easy and fun way to make some money. Except I may have died right after that clip. But even then, I know a few of you are wondering what all I've gotten from the loot box items like the armor set generators. And to be frank with you guys, I really didn't get anything good. I still ended up selling a bunch of that stuff that I did get from the loot box. So pretty much everything I did sell except for like the World Destroyer and the Red Creeper pet. And with all that money, I actually ended up buying something that is in my God PV1 that I will show off in the next episode because that's probably what the premise of the next video is going to be. So make sure you guys keep a lookout for that. But yeah guys, so as you guys are probably aware, this video was quite a bit different than any of the other videos I've been doing. And that's simply because since the ruins is such a new thing, I wanted to pretty much give everybody a chance to kind of learn more about the ruins, give my tips, things that I found, talk about it a little bit, pretty much just do more of a showcase video more than anything. So I really hope you guys still enjoyed that kind of content. Everything from here on out will still be like Let's Plays and everything how I've been doing it before. But with that being said, that will unfortunately be the end of the video for today. I have actually been getting a lot of support recently, so I really appreciate you guys for that. We ended up actually hitting 100 subs, I think, yesterday, which is really awesome. So I really appreciate everything once more. But yeah, so as you guys know, you should make sure you have a wonderful and safe day. And as always, dream on.